going on, everybody? It's Doug here and my friend.
I'm Carl.
And we have a little announcement. So we've been doing Mile High Five for something like 120 some odd episodes, a year and a half or so. And we have just been floating this thing. So we're just paying for it. And it does cost a little money. There's hosting for the website. There's hosting for the podcast. There's some light editing, not a ton. And we have a couple of actually my assistants that work for me that do some of the admin as well. And then we are asking for some help. So it's kind of like a listener supported situation. So we've talked about advertisers a little bit, but I mean, what are your thoughts on having ads on here?
Yeah, we've been very cautious with that. I don't like, I don't like when you have 10 minutes of ads in the beginning of a podcast. It's kind of annoying, although you can just flip through it. But also, a lot of times they don't seem genuine. It's just someone reading some copy off of a script. So I'm not saying we will never do it, but we've been very, very cautious with any advertisements. We've been approached by a couple people, but we haven't done anything yet, and I don't know if we ever will. I think we'd want to have lots of leeway with that. We're not going to read something. We might even make fun of their product.
And I think that'd be our major issue. And the thing is, there's money out there, and we're not judging any other creators that maybe promote credit cards, right? But we could promote credit cards, but then we're in the fucking back pocket of credit card companies, right? That's not really where I want to be, because you can't say what you want to say if you say anything bad about a credit card company. So if we ever get a sponsorship from like Chase or whatever, we'll have to delete this episode. But yeah, like those are the kind of things that like we kind of want to stay away from. Just because it's good money doesn't mean that we like want to do it. So what we have set up is similar to Patreon, but it's over on something called Buy Me a Coffee. So it's a similar situation. There's a subscription model. There is a one-time donation. We would love to have people hop on this subscription. It starts at $5 and then it goes up higher. Some of the perks out there for the higher ranges are Carl and I and Alan Donegan from Rebel Entrepreneur will do a quarterly, basically a Zoom call where we're just going to sit and chat and catch up with each other. And, if you're at that level, you'll be able to sit and chat with us too, just part of the conversation. We also have like exclusive t-shirts that we'll send out again for some of the other tiers. So right now it's actually kind of a draft and it'll be kind of a living thing that we're adjusting. I kind of have placeholders in there, so I need to proofread everything, but that's kind of the idea. And if you dig the show, we would love it if you supported us, but if you don't have the means to support and donate, that is 100% okay. It'll still always be out there for free. So, Carl, any thoughts on the donation model? Have you ever donated to a show like that or something? Say yes, please.
I have donated to a show. It was a one-time donation to help support someone. I can't remember who it was. I know it'll come to me, hopefully before the end of our recording today.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, I've done this a couple times, and actually one of the podcasts that I started listening to in the beer world, I donated for years, and I think I donated like $5 a month or something like that. So even if it's a small amount, it does help in, us covering the show. And we actually produce Alan Donegan's show as well. So there are costs there. So that's why we're asking, just so this is a sustainable thing. We love doing the show. We're going to be bringing in bigger guests and cool people that, a lot of people know, thanks to JD Roth for sitting with us for a couple shows too. But anyway, we're not going to make this longer than it has to be. Any other thoughts?
What is the link? How do people go about donating money if they wish?
So there'll be a link in the show notes here. And basically, I won't say it here because I don't want people having to type it out, and frankly I can't exactly remember what it is, but we'll create a short link and it'll be very easy to get to, and before too long I'm pretty sure we'll set up a similar thing for Alan's show, who he has a completely different audience. So we're just trying to do this sort of as a grassroots thing and not have ads if we can avoid it.
Yeah, and we're also going to get our merch store back up. We had some hiccups with that, but that should be back up momentarily, hopefully by the time you hear this. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we thank everyone for the support on the show, and yeah, we'll put a link in the description so folks can get to it.